Hi everyone, it's Lori. Thanks for joining me for another Maker Monday. Today we're featuring Lolly Palooza. She has a YouTube channel called the same, Lolly Palooza, and she features tons of paper crafting. You guys will really enjoy her channel, and today she's going to show you how to make mini envelopes without a punch board. Take it away, Lolly.
Hello everyone, this is Lolly. I am back to show you these mini envelopes, all square, made without a punch board. I do love my mini envelope punch board, but these ones you can do without that. What you will need is some cardstock or decorative paper of your choice. I would go with cardstock. Double-sided works really well because it just adds another element of surprise. And also you need some sharp pointy scissors, bone folder helps, and a pencil and a ruler. And you will need something to form your template. I'm going to make a 2-inch one now, which is the larger one, to show you how to do this, but I'll give you instructions for all these other sizes right here. Okay, so what you need to do is to take 2 layers of cardstock, the same size, 2 by 2, glue them together. And what I actually did was a file folder. I have a lot of these, and I cut this up into 2-inch square. And once you do that, you will want to find the center, which would be 1 inch, draw a line that way and this way. And this is a guide to help you place your template on your envelope. Okay, so once you have that done, you will need to cut a square of your decorative paper 3 1/8 inches. So I have this one, it's double-sided. I'm going to do 3 1/8. So it's between 3 1/4. If you're not familiar with 3 1/8, it's right between those two. So I'm just kind of guessing on here, 3 1/8. Okay, the next step, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this, you need to figure out which is going to be the front of the envelope and which is going to be the inside. So I'm going to make this the front of my envelope. I'm going to turn it around and draw on the back. And what you need to do, I'm going to use a pen so that you can see this better than using a pencil. Find one corner to the next and draw a line. And then from this corner to this one, find it, but only draw your line from the center line down. So what you have looks like a T. Okay, that is the bottom of your envelope. We're going to be referring to this T later on. The reason you don't want to draw the line up here is because this is going to be the top flap of your envelope and you don't want that line there. The next thing you do is you take your template and you line it up so that these lines match and this line matches. You need to look straight down on it and do your best. Okay, and holding that in place, you will want to give a little bit of a score on all the 4 sides. And then I'm going to fold the right and the left over and give it a nice burnish. Then I'm going to open those up. Oops, I kind of lost my placement there. There we go. Open those up and do the same thing for the other side, left and right. All right. Once you do that, remove this, put it back so it's the T again, and fold your left and right over. When you do that, you're going to see this little spot here. I'm going to move it over. You're going to see a little triangle right here, and we're going to cut that straight toward the edge of the envelope on all 4 of these. We're going to cut that right on the score line. Like that. Fold them back out. You see how that looks? And then we're going to trim those off, staying parallel with the edge of the envelope. There. Okay, so now we have our envelope. So what we're going to do is take our fine tip glue here, and we're just going to put a little dot right there. Just a dot. You don't want to be excessive on your glue because if it squirts out underneath, then you're going to be sealing your envelope shut. And then I'm going to do a little thin bead of glue right along that triangle and fold this in. Give us a little extra burnish. Depending on your glue, you could use a binder clip to hold that down. You can also round this corner if you like, but what I'm going to do is to use a shape like you can see I'm using these hearts, I'm going to punch a heart out so that I have something to tuck that flap in. You could also just glue it shut, but it depends on what you're going to use these for. And I think these would be really cute to put encouraging sentiments in there for a friend. And so I'm not going to glue my envelope shut when I put the card in. So we said this was a 2-inch template. So now what I need is my little card to go inside. So I'm going to make a 2-inch card. And you can make it just a teeny bit narrower than that if you like to make it slide in and out easily. There's that. And then I'm going to use this heart to punch that out. Actually, I want to use the larger heart, so I'm going to come and get this one because I have my 2-inch envelope. Let's use that. That's much better. Okay, so what we're going to do is slide our little card in here. I could think this would be really cute to make several of these and put them all together and in a little ribbon bundle to give to a friend. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to glue the bottom of the heart, and then this will be a tuck spot to get the flap glued down. So I'm going to turn the heart over and just kind of glue the bottom edge like this. And I gave myself a little too much glue. I'm going to center it over that flap and hold that down like that. And that's it. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to pull back out and give you the dimensions. There we go. I'm going to give you the dimensions for the other sizes. And so what you're going to do is make yourself a set of these templates so that you can make all these different sizes of envelopes that I've shown here. So get your pen ready. You can always pause the video and write these dimensions down. And also in an upcoming video, I'm going to show you a cute little project and how to store these. Okay, so let's roll. Here's what you do on your template. This is the 1-inch. And so it makes this size here very adorable. And so you're going to, your 1/2 inch will be your center. When you're done, turn your template over and write down card 1 inch, because that's the size of card that's going to go in there, and write envelope 1 5/8 inches. That's the size of a square of paper you will need to make the envelope for the 1-inch card. The next size, which is this one, is the 1 1/4. And so on this one, you're going to mark the halfway mark is 5/8 inches. Turn it over and write card 1 1/4 inch, envelope 2 inches. That's 2 inches is the size that you would need to cut out for your envelope. Okay, next size is this one, which is the 1 1/2. And so you're going to mark this 3/4 of an inch in for your halfway mark. Turn it over. Write card 1 1/2 inches, envelope 2 3/8 inches square. Okay. Okay, and if you're following my channel, I will also be doing a blog post on all these measurements. So this one, the card is 1 3/4 inches. Halfway is 7/8 of an inch. So the card is 1 3/4 inches. The envelope is 2 3/4 inches. And then the one we just did, the 2-inch template, will have a 1 inch here for the middle. The card will be 2 inches and the envelope 3 1/8 inches. Okay, so now this has been sitting long enough, and you can see we have this to be able to tuck in here like that. So if you're finding you need to glue the sides a little up higher, you can. Just make sure the center of it's not glued. Also, this one here is a lighter weight paper instead of cardstock, and it is really fiddly and kind of hard to get it tucked in. So I would recommend the cardstock. Thank you so much for watching. You can always play this over again so that you can get those dimensions and write them down. Thank you so much, everyone.